Fantina. But what is it going to be in the gold lane now? Do they already have enough tankiness?
Ruby?
Yes, the CC still works here. The Ruby is going to be a great option
Ruby,
to go for. But I have a feeling, knowing he...
Freya?
Oh!
Okay,
they're just going to go for the boring choice. It is the most... It makes the most sense,
Yeah.
but hey.
Hey, you know what? It's not as boring as a Uranus.
Thank God CFU banned it.
I don't mind watching a girl play with yo-yos and then killing people in game.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
In game.
So now in terms of the mid here,
What's the left?
I guess Kadita is kind of safe. Is there any
Dangerous grass.
Is there any wonky picks? I guess Selena.
Selena,
Also
Kimi.
quite difficult, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimi is probably the safest.
Kimi's the only thing I'm thinking like that. Unless it's going to be something more so like new.
Arya.
I mean, we have seen OP play the Kagura. I'm not a fan of it. But
Yeah.
if nothing is available, I guess you just resort to your comfort.
There it is.
The third one.
Two big ultimates
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Fantina to take.
The knockout stage. Welcome CFU going up against Team Spirit here in the Land of Dawn.
Here we go. First game in a best of 3 on dangerous grass, known to give teams who are very fast-paced an advantage. Only 14 minutes in the average game time, the lowest out of all the 4 maps.
Yeah. Right now, looking at the whole situation here, Team Spirit is known to be the team that wins basically all the lanes. I want to see if they can actually do it here. But the draft that they have, they absolutely can. And if they're able to maintain it, hold on, Sunset Lover.
Wow, already early on in the mid lane, a couple flickers of being used. Both junglers there right on time. As you were saying, Lefel.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that once Team Spirit has that lead, One Shot is going to have an amazing time. And see if you kind of gave it over to them by trying to deny it. But then, I would say accidentally give them even more advantage.
Yeah, it's never good if you're up against Team Spirit, a team that knows so well how to build upon these small leads. Let's take a look at the emblems here. It's actually Lethal Ignition from Oppi. I believe it was different from Sans yesterday. I don't believe he went Lethal Ignition. Was it in Pure Rage yesterday?
I believe
gotta
it's
recheck.
Pure Rage, yeah.
Yeah, but it definitely wasn't the Lethal Ignition. It really seems like CFU, they needed someone more of a damage dealer, I would say, in the mid lane, but they just couldn't find anyone else because everything was banned or denied. So they went for the Faramis, but they tried to compensate for the damage with the Lethal Ignition.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is once you do have a Fireman's, it basically just makes your comp into a team fight comp. So Boxy, I'm just wondering if he gets a kick. Without Detective, can they actually get a kill?
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle for sure because if the Cho goes for the kick, it really won't be able to find too much Sawo.
Yeah. Gonna try to poke down here a little bit longer. Box could be in trouble. He's gonna get stunned a little bit, and there's the first blood. One shot goes in, cleans it up. Gonna be able to poke a little bit longer. Bomba holding on, using the torrent. Does he actually still want to go in this? He's all by himself. It looks like he at least wants to take out Detective. Sunset Lover gave him the go. That's why he continued to fight it now. Sunset Lover in time. Now Wadu trying to pick up Kim Bomba. Flicker from Kim Bomba to stay alive, and Sunset Lover comes up to help get another.
And this is why we don't like Kid Bomba on Esme. On Uranus, give him something that actually has movement, man.
Yeah, and that's why they played CFU right into Team Spirit's cards. It's kind of like, yo, we've been playing Esmeralda, Uranus, but it's also been best of ones that we've been playing, right? Yes, we did try to utilize it in the best of 3, but for the most part, we want to save it for later, and now you get to really see what Bomba's made of when he's on a playmaker like this, but also, that was negative synergy from CFU.
Oh, yeah.
Wadu got level 4, Netherrealm came in from OP, but Wadu went straight away from the Netherrealm, putting him in a very dangerous position, and it ultimately became just super bad. Bomba will start to really steamroll these CFU XP laner Wadu, and that's free.
Yeah, but the thing is, I kind of feel like the anti-synergy is inherent because this draft is kind of anti-synergy in the sense as well, right? It's a little bit all over the place. It's kind of like you can do everything, but at the same time, you kind of do nothing. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, shout outs to V.
It's unless you get a good kickoff, that's about the main thing that it's going to do for the most part. But everything that Wadu can do, Kid Bomba can essentially do as well, and
even better.
Even better. Because like we've seen with this Valentine XP, again, there's a choice. They're gonna start up with a Tsunami Slam, a huge centered fight here in the jungle. Brilliant's going to be already used. Detective in trouble. Won't be able to escape as One Shot picks up a kill. Wadu has to flicker out. Sunset Lover will jump in, trying to take out Boxy, but they get the one kill they're looking for.
You know what I'm worried there, Mirko as well as Naisu? The Netherrealm was cancelled, by Kid Bomba with the stolen ult of the Sora with a defensive build.
Yeah.
Which kind of means that Netherrealm,
Is useless.
you basically just hold out one attack and then that's it.
The Netherrealm now is a nerf for your entire team because there's a part of it, once you use Netherrealm and it gets broken, you're stuck, you're silenced there. And that gave Team Spirit so many more opportunities to go back and forth, to wait for the resources. And yeah, we were assuming Valentina no damage might not be enough to take down the Netherrealm. Never mind. That's how broken Sora's abilities are. That's base damage, tanky build, Sora ultimate. And yeah, Spirit did a whole lot. And I just have to say, I never want to see the Esmeralda Uranus on Bomba ever again, unless it is 100% necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, he had at least that one good, like good game with Esmeralda.
The games is good, but it's just not him.
It's
this is
not him. This
amazing.
is more him. Tsunami slam, and you won't be able to get to the Netherrealm either as Boxy falls. Still gonna be looking for more OP on the run, and now left to his own. Waru falls in the river, turtles up, and that was just 4 members of Team Spirit.
I just want to say I already want to vote for my MVP.
Yeah, no, production, we know who MVP is. It's the man in XP called Kid and Bomba. But, dude,
First name Kid, last name Bomba.
Yeah.
first name Kid, middle name Bomba, last name we'll find out. Oh, man. It's just strange to see because usually when you see a double fighter composition, Boxy. Sawo just flickers out. So much respect there. But usually when you see a double fighter versus a marksman, it should be the marksman that stays up top to go for trades. It should be the fighter rotating. But it's Hiko who's constantly staying up top, getting the siege down, taking a turret, and Sing, the one really desperate to get more Skypiercer stacks on the Granger.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about Team Spirit is, hold on, I want to go for
I
another
want to
fight.
go again. It's Tsunami Slam to start everything. Oh, into a huge torrent play. And they just have the pickings here in the jungle. Detective can escape. The Yo-Yo Blitz and Zing could be next. It's a huge wipeout at 6 minutes in the game for Team Spirit.
First name Kid, middle name Bomba, last name Holy. You know what's next, but yo, just give him the MVP for this game, man. 1-0-9. What a set by Kid Bomba!
Dude, that was... Yeah, thank goodness we needed an instant replay. We can even slow it down here because the initiation started from the Kalia, icing a target. But look at Kid Bomba coming in from the side, pulling everyone in. Now that has to be a TikTok clip. That has to be a reminder to everyone. You guys were lucky that Kid Bomba was on a Uranus, was on an Esmeralda. After this, we might not see that anymore.
Coach Coldstar, please. We don't want to see him on Esme Uranus anymore. We want more of the Bomba.
Every single time you see that, that's when you think, yeah, her ultimate is called I am you, basically.
I am you.
I am you, but better.
But better. And that's what Wadu is feeling right now.
Lord, that gold lead.
Yeah, this is massive. I don't know if have we seen a gold lead this big at this point.
No. Dude, this is a gap. I mean, that's a massive gap.
It has to be the highest one so far.
If Team Spirit loses, it's on them.
11-0. I think Team Spirit will agree. They're going to be like, yeah, if we lose, it's on us.
Yeah.
There's no way, man. It's very, very difficult now. And again, this is the problem with the Granger after the nerf, right? You're very reliant on your team doing well, just at least going even on the other side of the map. And you fall behind, it's so difficult to get stacks, and it's almost impossible to get a Skypiercer unless... Skypiercer stack, unless the enemy team really blunders in this position. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to come back from this, but it needs to be like a 5 Skypiercer stack in one team fight kind of deal.
At this point, I kind of feel like the problem really is the draft, because let's look back into the bans, right?
Yeah.
Ban out a lot of the mid laners, but then you were the one that banned out 2 mid laners, and then you did not pick up any in the first 3 picks. So it does seem like CFU, it kind of seems like a half-cooked plan.
Yeah, kind of backfired.
We know what to ban, but then we don't know what to pick.
Because like you mentioned with the Faramis pick early on, I mean, that's the majority of, the magic damage they're relying on. But even so, it's like, well, once the Netherrealm is expended, you don't really have much, except some poking damage. Here, the Tsunami Slam again. Netherrealm's already done with. A Torn again from Kid Bomba. There's the kick from Boxy, though. They're trying to take out Kid Bomba. He's actually not able to get away. Finally, a kill going over here to CFU Gaming.
The moment we say something nice about Kid Bomba in WhatsApp and then he dies, coincidence?
I think not. Well, we see now the angle for CFU Gaming, right?
What's Bomba going to build?
Elegant. Interesting.
Is he going for the Clock of Destiny?
Yeah, it looks like it's a build path for Clock, but again, now we get to see actually a glimpse of brilliance from CFU Gaming, or at least a glimpse of what their win condition should be. You need to go in before Team Spirit can do it to you, right? So at this point for CFU, it's all in or nothing. Like, go in together with the Netherrealm. The Netherrealm should never be used defensively at this point, because when it is used defensively, you know what happened earlier. Silence gives so much space for the combos to come through. So now, CFU, they just need to brute force their way into team fights, and that's not going to be easy to do, but it's the only way to turn this lead around.
I'm kind of worried for them, though. Like, if they still try to fight, which, look at this, Lord's going to be just taken out so quickly, so they'll have to deal with the defense on this one, and maybe that's where it works best, but still being down 10,000 gold, and you need plenty of time to kind of build up these items that you need, especially on saying it's going to be difficult. And like you mentioned, too, you know, you have that Netherrealm, you can use it aggressively if you want to, but it's almost like Team Spirit knows that they have this big lead and power gap over CFU Gaming. So they're taking some of these chances, and they do get checked. But with this Lord marching in, I mean, look at the difference here in terms of damage.
The highest damage, skip Bomba.
With a non-magic build. He is on the way to a magic item, but for the most part, it was him just relying on base damage. So yeah, 32,000 on top of one shot. Well, Hiko hasn't really been participating, so makes sense. And yeah, they're just going to use this Lord now.
At this point, OP really needs a Lightning Truncheon. Without that, there's really nothing that CFU Gaming can really do. Because even if Team Spirit makes a mistake, they really don't have much damage to potentially get a wipeout.
Yeah, they're just dealing with the shields right now, but CFU Gaming will look to hold on. Maybe this next wave, Sao might push it. A little bit of poking just happening here from Rage. Now Wadu could be in trouble here. Under the turret they go with a Tsunami Slam to combo it out. Wadu gone in an instant, and a Divine Glaive just now picked up by Sunset Lover.
I would say that's worth, because you lose Wadu, but you still take care of your base. I think that's good, especially because just before that attempt coming in from Team Spirit, OP did finish up that Lightning Truncheon, means a little bit more damage and easier to clear the wave.
Yeah, but now they're just going to go in again without Wadu this time around. 3 seconds.
Bomba holding on to his own Netherrealm this time, changing things up with Wadu not here. He's going to pop it. They're going to go for the turret. They do get the base turret now. There, Wadu trying to start something up. He's going to be terrified, though, and now jump in. Sunset Lover goes in, using the brilliance. He's trying to get Zing out. He gets to the fountain, but Sunset Lover goes a little bit too far as he falls on the hunt for Zing, but it's a trade. And that base turret in the mid and top still stand.
We got to see 7 to 17-year-old Sunset Lover there, man. He was definitely shooting his shot. Really, he's going for a takedown.
Oh, there's Tsunami Slam once again, and that's going to be the takedown from Team Spirit. They're looking for OP. OP takes a little bit too much damage as he falls. They'll pick up another kill, and now the top turret's going to be worked on. And Boxy will actually get a flicker around from Sawo. So still, amidst it all, 12,000 behind. CFU Gaming holds on to 2 base turrets.
Yeah, but we do see this is the reason why Team Spirit, there's still some questions on them where they look a bit desperate. Even though, yes, 12,000 lead, I think it's okay for you to do that, right? Trying to end the game as fast as possible, trying to kill off CFU Gaming, but CFU Gaming, they didn't play the game yesterday, right? They've been playing for quite a while. They roughly understand how you want to defend the base, and if enough time has been bought, more stacks given over to Zing, more damage from Detective as well as OP in terms of items, and then there will be an opportunity for things to really, you know, switch around, but it's really on Detective as well as Zing. I still think this is all Team Spirit, but we do have to say that, yeah, they look a little bit desperate when they do want to end the game.
For real. And this is where it becomes kind of problematic, Lafel and Naisu. The fact that CFU initially went for the Faramis plus the Sora to overload the Valentina, but now it is actually just given a 13,000 gold lead Team Spirit more options to play the team fights. Because let's say CFU does go in first, then it's just the Netherrealm steal from Kid Bomba, as we saw earlier, as they siege down bot lane base turret. So now CFU are going to have to really be careful as to how they position in teamfights. I think OP might have to come in very, very late just to not give the Netherrealm in if the idea is we want to initiate first.
Yeah, even looking at this, itemization-wise, obviously being behind here, I'm wondering if they'll be able to withstand this Lord push in with all the shields down. They'll most likely lose all base turrets, but the main thing is staying within this game. Sawo jumps in. He's going to go with the Tsunami Slam already. It's on a Boxy. They get the base turret down. Boxy looking for the kick. It's on one shot, but the team is broken apart. Boxy falls, and now Team Spirit looking to take out Zing. Zing gets back to the fountain, but it's already a double here for Team Spirit as they pick up now 3 kills. They're going for the base. They should be able to just end it here as CFU Gaming can't do anything but watch as Team Spirit takes game 1.
It's G.